This work is an experimental study on the logic access scenario of ASVspoof Challenge 2019. The top system during the challenge achieved an equal rate around 4%. This is quite low. After that, there are new systems that further reduce EER to around 2%. This new system also introduces so many wonderful techniques, including the angular softmax, additive margin softmax, and other techniques borrowed from other research communities. In this study, we want to ask what is the essential gradient for good countermeasure on this database. We also want to ask whether we can improve the performance further, which is statistically significant. Our experiment compared a few advanced countermeasures. They cover 4 types of training criteria. The first one is additive margin softmax, then one-class softmax, the plain softmax, and a new one called P2S grant. The system covered 3 types of front ends: the linear filter bank, spectrogram, and FCC. The backends are based on LCM, but they use different strategies to deal with the varied length input. The first one trim and pads the input trial to a fixed length. The other 2 use either attentive or average pooling to directly process the input trials with different lengths. More importantly, we trained and evaluated each system for 6 rounds independently, each round using a different random initial seed. As this table shows, we can reproduce the top system in the challenge, but I also noticed the same system can have different performance by simply changing the random initial seed. And this difference can be significant in statistical sense. Less variance can be achieved if we switched to hyperparameter-free training criteria or used average pooling strategies. By combining some of the techniques introduced in this paper, we can achieve the lowest EER on this database, which is around 1.9%. Although this result is not so different from other results loaded in this table. In brief summary, we notice that simple softmax is good enough, but average pooling is recommended against the trim and pad strategy. On the second question, we didn't achieve significantly better results, but we observed the intra-system variance. Thus, we recommend similar statistical analysis for future study on this database.